Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. A word on the split second. A split word. The split second spoken of is not to realize the self. You are already realized. It shows, it means the second the mind surrenders prior to its birth. That's the split second. And it's quite amazing. In the language, one says, I am born, when after all he has already been conceived 9 months before. So you see how experiences have images, are attached to images, and they come from a more subtle concept, which is just a rising movement of the mind. I am conceived. What does it mean much? I am conceived. Something was not there before, and it appears. And from there, shapes, I'm born, this body, this mind, this person. So the surrendering of the mind would be, is not to attach oneself to the concepts I am born, even to the concept which may be first, I'm conceived. I am is conceived. So better not to attach anything. So what's left? Don't question it. Don't give any answer. Just be where you are left. And that will speak by itself, but not through the mind. Through the mind, but not from the mind, I mean. If you are still searching, you don't know, it's because how much you attach yourself to an idea. Let it be in the form of an experience. Let it be linked to senses in the body, or let it be emotional object and subject. Let it be any concept. One attaches oneself because it's very clear, I, as conceived, cannot be maintained if he doesn't attach himself to something. So this basic pride has a fear to disappear. And it's a pure hallucination because you are already that. You are already that which allows happenings, manifestation, and its disappearance. So don't confuse yourself for what appears. Don't search for who you are. Don't confuse yourself for what you are not. Anything you want to add, anything you want to express. Anything. It's a good time to tell. Because you see that anything delays what you cherish most, after all, to be at peace with that search, and means there will be no search. You cannot be at peace with any fulfillment of search. You will be at peace when the seeker lost its tyrantship, its so-called reality. Voilà. Don't hesitate to ask me anything. Even if you have been inspired by reading something, you can always share it. You see, when one is in something, he may not realize how unique and precious it is. So, in case I can remind you, it's very rare in the humankind history to be in satsang. So take benefit of it, you are here. Yeah.
Yes, this is not so much a question, but expression. And
Yeah.
my heart is beating.
I will see.
Yeah, yes, of course. But I want to say something. It's to say to you what I know somehow. Everything that is happening to a person in life. So whatever happens, it creates also emotions, and to be healthy as a human being, I feel that it's good to let it out, express it, scream if you feel like it, or cry if you feel like it, or share this, or
Laugh also.
what?
And laugh also.
Laugh, definitely, all that. And as you say many times, take care of the practical things that need to be taken care of. And yet this all happens to person.
Yeah.
And there is something which is all untouched by all of this.
Yes. What is it?
I ask myself, who speaks this? Who knows this? What is it? You
So
know?
be it.
Yeah, yes.
Be.
Yes. I cannot say so.
what you really are, you cannot objectify it. End of the story. Yes.
Ganga, yesterday you asked me if I felt sad, and I said no, I was just feeling the energy of the satsang. But after I thought, why did you ask me if I felt sad? Because you say not to follow the feelings, not to
hear this.
The thoughts.
To hear this.
Pardon?
To hear this.
Okay, we're not the feelings, we're not the thoughts. So, why did you ask?
Because you repetitively, you may have forgotten, you said you were sad because you had a story with another guru. So I wanted to check that.
That I forgot about.
Okay, I'm sorry. And I am very happy to hear what you said today.
Stories come and go. That one's gone.
You see? I rejoice with your answer now.
But after last night, I thought, I do feel sort of sad. But not about that, but because I'm leaving soon and I just want to always be in satsang and I have to go home soon.
Don't kick satsang away from you. Don't kick satsang.
Don't.
Kick satsang. One cherished thoughts kick satsang. One cherished feeling kicks satsang.
Cherished thoughts or feelings kick satsang?
Yeah, push satsang away. To know what is essential, that's hard. Even though things may appear, of course, and disappear, of course. You see, it is not because a thought, a feeling, an experience appear that you cherish it. That is, you see, it may appear because there is no control. Many things are attached to this body-mind, free or not. The problem is the cherishing, is the belief it's real, it has to be kept, it has to be repeated, this and that, and in time, you see, stories in time. Nothing is wrong with the appearance. And nothing is wrong when it disappears. Nothing has been added in yourself when it appears. Nothing has been missing when it disappears in yourself. Yeah. Hi.
This is my first time here.
Yeah, welcome.
I would like to hear from you about witnessing.
About witnessing? Yeah.
Because of this summer, this came to me a lot.
To witness. Okay.
So, for me, it's like a key for this, for my life. How to get
Or to remain a witness.
into the witnessing.
But you really want to remain something?
I think it's a journey.
As long as you have a journey, there will be somebody there making the journey. But the goal of the journey, it's what? Tell
Maybe
me.
it's an illusion.
Hmm?
Maybe it's an illusion, or it's an idea, or it's a concept.
Yeah, but who sees the illusion? The one who is also an illusion. The dreamer is in the dream. Yeah. So, do you have to remain a dreamer? Do you have to remain something, somebody?
The journey has to do with the state.
You speak of a journey, I speak of the goal of the journey.
Yes.
We have a journey as long as we have not seen that we still base ourselves somewhere even as the subject of the mind. Yeah? It can be a doer, it can be a witnesser, it can be a seeker. It's the subject of the mind, of the journey that it makes. But the goal of this journey for liberation is to be liberated. Yeah? And liberation will not be in the realm of the journey. Not like it is generally conceived and as it is generally the case. For liberation, you are liberated, you are freed to believe I make a journey, I. See? You are free to believe that I is real actually. It appears, but it has no reality. So you can make it short, you can cut it short instead of working in this journey to be a witness because there is some flavor there, which looks true. It will not go beyond that. And you have to make a lot of efforts. And it comes and goes. You cannot go beyond that. See? So remember, the goal is, am I at all anything, anybody? And you stay with that without catching even a rising eye for a moment. So that direction. Yeah? Okay. So don't hesitate to, if you still consider you are searching, don't hesitate to see why you are still searching, and to tell it. You see, tell what makes you stuck somewhere. After all, you see, it's better to see that rather than to try to experience spiritual experiences which are described, because anyway, an experience, let it be spiritual, will come and go, and what is described generally the mind will not understand. It may not be an experience, it's a way to speak. So don't try to experience something great. Just see where do you place yourself after all. This is very important. It is the shortcut. Yeah. Yeah.
Untouched.
You hear?
Ah.
Yeah, maybe you would.
Untouched, everything is touched. Unspoken, everything is spoken. Unheard, everything is heard. Unknown, everything is known.
From you?
Yeah, just coming up.
Yes,
I don't know if it's good
beautiful.
or not, but
Doesn't matter, beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Yeah, hi.
When I'm meditating or just taking time for myself,
Yeah.
I need to be quiet and observing what's going on, what's popping up. And there's a point where I can see my thoughts, but it seems to be a not personalized eye, just observing the thoughts coming up. Just like clouds, but I don't feel a person who observes it. It's just being observed. And but still it remains an experience because it just lasts for a certain time and then it goes away. So is there a sort of still hallucination that is still a person experiencing that, or is it the self? You know?
So tell me, who knows that now, for example? Because you spoke of there is something observing all this while you meditate. Now you don't meditate. So who is observing that you are not meditating and that you have to do those things? And who is observing the person who has a question?
It's like there's an observation, but I can't say there's someone observing. There is an observation.
Yeah, but what is it? Where is it? There is, okay, you don't see that there is anything, anybody observing, but there is an observation. That's what you say.
Yes.
Then keep quiet there. Why you go into the questions? Why do you question? If you don't understand once that the moment you go into a movement of the mind, you become a person, otherwise everything is perfect as it is. You don't need to question, to be yourself. you see, to be able to say I am that, which is a very clear sentence, obvious even to the mind, if it enters there, may not really know what it is. It is when there is absolutely no more curiosity in the mind. And what one does in the end of this journey of self-inquiry is often that then there is a kind of loop. I somehow goes to the source of I, and I come back to I to see if it was right or if it was correct, as if it would be ever I who can get the reward. Understand? Okay, then it's enough. That is the split second of surrender. Yeah.
What you just described.
Yeah.
This morning, it was like the waiting position is over. This I, what is waiting for, and a sensation that what show. Okay, this is now realization. This is what you're waiting for. This is what you go for.
That's over.
Yeah, because it was seen like
Okay.
the one who's waiting is in fulfillment, and it would be just in the senses, so it's not just the eye. So this is over.
That's over.
And now I see.
That's over.
Yeah. And now. And now, when I sit here now and hear you speaking, but I don't understand your words, so I don't understand anything. And I see that in case I would like to understand your words, I would have to go in my mind and to think about and to put it in order and to compare with.
Okay.
And
don't do that.
yeah, so and then it is what you speak about, and the eye starts again to ask, okay, but is this really okay like this? Is this really okay? Because now it looks like every description about the self is too much. Every good book, this is just too much said. And
very good.
Is it? I asked you if I can forget everything what you told me, and you said yes, it was already.
I told you it's over.
And I can. The eye can nothing make wrong. When I stay close to you, the eye can not make a mistake to.
You do a mistake.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Go fast. you see, you have also to hear this sometimes. Shall I wait for her or not? No. You have to understand that as long as this body appears, there is a mind. It will go on. It's a flow. The mind is a flow. Okay. With gaps, but it's a flow. What am I am blank. I have a blank. It slips. Doesn't matter. I don't remember, doesn't matter. Still I can say something. What is this moment? I come back today to this. What is this moment? Often we hear now, but it's not a now in time. There is no time in that now. So we may say split second. They are, you see, indicators, indications. It is when one wanting to be free, as the fire, that punctual fire at that very moment, taking the risk to finish off with the tyranny of the mind. So, whatever thought arises, it's up to you to take it or not. But if you hear, and I know that can take time, but if at some point you hear that if you take the slightest movement of the mind, you are into a journey. Vicious journey, vicious loops. Let it be big, let it be small. Vicious loops. No exit there, no hope. So it is up to you once you hear. Again, I say it may take time. Once you hear, but it's not an excuse, the time. Huh? Once you hear, then what? Do you want to be free or not? That's the question. It's not to be or not to be. You want to be freed or not? That's all. All the rest is an appearance, lifetime, which appears, disappears, goes on changing and all that. But it's not the subject of your thirst. So let it be as it shows up. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? But care not to take your mind again. That very moment. And that's, now it comes to me. I wanted to say that sometimes, and my master said to me, I don't know many times, but sometimes, you missed it. You see, you missed it. Because we don't have always this 100% fire to be free. Or the occasion, or the circumstances don't allow you. It's quite rare moments, even for those who dedicate their life for freedom. So sometimes one can miss it because of a stupid thought. One learns in lesson 2. But don't take too many risks, because in a lifetime, I tell you, it's not always that you have this complete determination. We are humans, don't forget. So
about that split second and being humans and those stupid thoughts, how can we stay there? Because
okay, you have not to stay there, it's not in time.
I know, but it's split second, such good words, and it's, but on the other hand, it's totally in time.
No. It's because I don't know how to express it. Maybe the scriptures express it better. It's just to say, cut off the time for splitting for a moment.
Yeah, but I feel it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then why do you go back into time to hear your mind to say, I have to abide there all the time? Once it is done, you know you are not the time. So, of course you are all the time there, or whatever. You don't need descriptions there. But the time will not spoil it. And all the rest is the creation, the manifestation, the play, as you wish to call it.
But the feeling is that this spoils it. I don't know if
What spoiled it?
Everything. You just said.
But that is the
rest.
No, that is the comment of the person who already made an idea of this absolute. I want to say in this quiet, silent, indescribable peace, but it's already an idea you made. That was your very, very quick comment, and you take the comment for it. Okay? Next time. Yeah. You know, it is described, this manifestation is described as lila. But who can understand a lila? There is birth and death in lila. But you see, it is called lila because there is no trouble with this. There is no separation. It's not like there is something, I am the absolute, that's my real nature, and there is this illusion appearing. You see, that is still a view from the mind or from experiences. Separation don't exist here. So you cannot, this comment is made by the mind. It has nothing to do with the truth. Okay?
I think I have trouble because I believe that, I totally believe that there's separation, but it comes from the mind. It's settled there. Then I feel like.
And why do you want to live from your mind? Why don't you want to live from what is obvious? You don't need to lift up and down, you know. And if you do it, you still give food, means you still give reality to to I am a person, when it is just an appearance. Mm? Let it sink in your heart. Don't think too much about it, just let it sink. It's not like, in a lift you are a person and sometimes it goes to the 0 level, no mind. And because there is a lift, of course it goes to 7 heaven and hell too. But you are not obliged to believe there is a lift. Or a person who has to go in a lift, better. Yeah. Never confuse who you really are. You see, you are that. All the rest, which is attached to the person, is the appearance. Don't worry. It goes this way, it goes that way, it goes that way. Doesn't matter. You may be in trouble. Doesn't matter. It's not who I am. It's not who I am.
Because when you speak, you speak, you make me I'm just with what you said. You are not what you experience, and this is this is the most. And but when you said even a small search, it's all what you said. All what you said today.
You know it.
It's like it's so. To really honor, to really stop this belief, this ancient belief, to stop this, to stop it, to honor this.
You see, but you must have a concept of something, because whatever this body desires, whatever the emotions express, whatever the mind conceived, it doesn't matter. It may not even change, even free. So don't worry about that. It's appearance. But never confuse who you really are for those things. We have such a bloody archetype that if we are free, it will mean we have to have desirelessness, emotionlessness, and conceptlessness. I mean, then there is no appearance to even speak of realization of the self. Why should we impose with pride our preferences? It has to be like absolute. It's not our business. I'm that. Bas.
I'm so worried to go.
Then don't go. You can go, but don't go. And now? Do you see that worry now? Yeah? You still see the worry now? Then go. Is there anybody there? Yeah.
Can we be from that other side?
Oh, can we
From
live?
that other side where we know that
Oh, can we what?
live.
Yeah.
From that other side where we know that we are not this and never touching who we really are. I don't know.
Attends, sorry. How to what?
How can we live
How can we live? Okay.
from that other side where we know that we are not
Yeah.
what we are experiencing?
Ah, but from where this question comes from, not from the other side. The worries only are from this side.
But we are living on this side.
And you are where? Don't make sides. Only mind makes sides, differences. There is nothing like that. You have not without exception. Spare a thought. Don't go there. Is there anybody there? Tell me.
I don't know, like there is, because
Tell. There is because... Oh, you are so sure there is somebody there. What are your references?
it's that from any experience, it's from where, but I don't know how to. It's like
But you have not replied my question. You went back to your knowledge. No, knowledge will not do now. So I ask you, what are your references to believe there is somebody there?
this sense, this Ganga, what is my reference? What is my reference?
Mm.
This sense, this sense of
I.
this sense of I.
But you agree that telling that you see that this is the trouble, no?
It's trouble.
Yeah, but you put it out. Will you take back your vomit? You know it's too much. Of course I help you.
Abstracter. I need.
It's not abstract, it was very concrete, very direct. Where are you now? So you told me of I sense, but where are you now? Tell what is your reference now. I what? I is not alone.
And this feeling,
Okay, I feel. You are into I feel. But don't you see that? What is the difference between being it, and identifying with becomings? You see? I feel is an identification with a becoming. And it's very clear, you can express it. What you are, can you express what you are? I want to hear.
no.
Then keep quiet there. It's already there, the realization. Just keep quiet there. All the rest is appearance. From there, who cares about the appearance? Some will be I feel, some will be I know, some will be I don't know, so I don't feel even. Then who cares? I am that. And it's even too much to say because I cannot describe. I am it. All the rest is this movement, created and uncreated. Whatever you can express is part of disappearance. There is no exception. Okay? And that appearance depends on what is, and what is doesn't depend on anything.
May I still ask?
Of course.
Yes. It's I don't know where this question comes from.
Oh, very strange.
But oh yes. What is meant when you said that there is a danger you miss it? How can you miss?
I will tell you when it happens. I hope not.
Yeah.
You already missed it. You were speaking better in the beginning of the satsang.
Yes.
Yeah, so, like that. When you go in your mind. There will be, you have to understand. There will be no final understanding. Do you know that?
Yes.
There will be no final understanding. Okay?
Yeah.
And you admit that very easily.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Ganga?
Yeah.
I see today this tendency that has been going on in me quite a lot, and I just would rather put it out there because
It's already out.
but it's about exactly that. It's I just see this tendency that my mind is going making a little movement back and forth, and I see it's like an illusion of trying to find the right place for the mind to rest. And it's like under that, it's that there's a belief in like there's somebody who has to do it right. That's what I think.
So that somebody will always do it wrong.
Yeah. So tired of that,
Yes.
So that I see this hoping thought is coming and then you say something and then it's gone. And then again something and it's just constant.
Yes. Yes. Habits of the mind are very strong because we believed in them since millennium time. So don't worry, it's the play of the mind. Before he was only going out, now it goes somehow in and out, and yet the in and out is seen only by the mind. It's only the experience of the mind, and you hear again and again that the mind has no reality in itself. What makes it possible to see is because I am the source of all things. I am that which even allows this illusion to appear, which is not an illusion, it's an illusion when one is troubled by it, so it has to be pointed out. Yeah, it's not it, you see. So there is no in and out, and if it is in the movie. You are the screen. And don't try to always be in. They are just hallucinations. So you have to ruin the so-called reality of your mind by remembering that, telling it to you, that wisdom, that will make, that will give you the strength to completely surrender.
think that it's fear that takes me out of the present. Used to be fear of the past, fear from the past,
Yeah.
and more recently it's been more fear of the future. How to handle that?
Oh no, don't handle it. Finally, don't handle it. It's because you handle it that you are troubled. First of all, lose that word presence. That would be great. And then let's see if there is any fear.
Yeah, there is.
You lost presence, the presence?
Yeah. If I think about
So in the same way you can lose the fear. Unless you are attached to it. Unless you are attached to it.
it was imprinted in my early childhood.
Yeah, sure. Whatever appears is from childhood. It's
Yeah.
the past.
It's like an old program that
Yeah, this is obvious.
that keeps running.
Yeah, sure, it's obvious. This is all childhood. Past. Yes. You don't need to fix anything in this manifestation. Your body has a fear. Don't even look why there is a fear. It's already too much journey. Just see a fear. I don't go there. Make it simple. Where are you left?
Here.
Yeah, okay, I asked you. Okay, where are you left? I don't want an answer. Where you are left, just breathe. And for everything else, you do the same. That